Hi, Team Beautifully Polished. This is Debbie. It's Wednesday at noon. I am hoping somebody will pop on just so I know you guys can hear me because I'm trying to use earphones again. Um, all right. Oh, Jen, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, and then I'll know I'm good. Deb, out. Can you hear me, Jen? Type. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. All right, welcome team. I'm super excited today to start our new Wednesday weekly trainings. And I'm super excited to talk about dreaming today and dreaming big. 11 of us just got off a cruise ship, and I figured what better of a time. And now I'm sitting here with this backdrop in Grand Cayman on my husband's work trip. So to me, there is no better time to talk about dreams than in this exact moment, seeing the situation that I'm in. Um, so, what I want you guys to think about right now is back to when you were a child. Um, when you're little, and all little kids dream big, right? That's what they do. Their brains just naturally dream of all sorts of things because they have not learned to put limitations on their thoughts. So if you guys think about um, little kids, what do they want to do? They want to be singers or athletes. They want to have a pool, or they want to have many pools. As a teacher, I used to hear a lot kids who would want a horse or a pony or even a unicorn in their backyard. Well, these kids have not learned to take into account the cost or the weather or where they would keep it, anything like that. So at what age do we stop that shift? At what age do we not become the dreamer anymore, and we start adding in the I can'ts, the I can't afford it, I can't do it, I can't wrap my brain around it, it won't work for me. And why do we do that? Why do we add the I can'ts? Because as parents, we're always teaching our kids to dream, but somewhere along the line, we lose the dream, and we learn not to become dreamers anymore as adults. So why do we dismiss these children's dreams as silly and unrealistic? Who's to say that these kids can't do that? And who's to say we can't do it as adults? I would say go against the grain and do something different. You know, if you are a big dreamer, it doesn't mean, I think we have this visual. If you're a big dreamer, you walk around with your head in the clouds. And it doesn't have to mean that. What it can mean is that you're searching and seeking a purpose in your life. And along the way of hitting that purpose, you're becoming fulfilled in the process. People who get in the habit of dreaming big are going to accomplish these goals because they have the right mindset. You know, all of us who went on the cruise, we had that goal, we had that intention, we had that dream, and we very strategically set our goals so that dream wasn't just a dream and it became a reality. Assuming corporate will offer another incentive trip, maybe this summer at conference, if that's something you want to do, if you saw our pictures and it intrigues you and it's a dream you would want to do, then you make that dream a reality and you set the goals along the way to help you reach that. But you have to be in the right mindset. You need to look at life with the perspective that you can achieve anything that's possible. Because if you accomplish big dreams, when you accomplish a big dream, why wouldn't you want to go after more? Um, you know, a good quote that Christopher Reeve that I found. He said, "So many of our dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable, but then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable." And I just think that's so appropriate. You know, some dreams seem so out of our reach, but when you set different goals to get there, it starts becoming more realistic. And then all of a sudden it becomes, okay, this is inevitable. I'm going to hit this dream. So if you have a pen and paper, I'm going to give you guys 7 good reasons of why you should dream. Number 1 is following your dreams can help you connect to your inner self. If you want to be happy right down to the core of your being, you need to be a big dreamer. Big dreams can fulfill you right down to your soul because you've sought out your true purpose in life. It's likely that you're going to find the biggest reasons why you wouldn't want to settle. Why would you want to settle in life? Dreams can help you figure out what you're passionate about and what you value. They help you look at yourself in a deeper and a more personal way than just getting by in life. They help you figure out what you want to center your life upon. If I look at my dreams, many of them involve my family, and personal growth for me as a person. And we'll talk about different topics that you can write down dreams in just a little bit. Okay, so number two is because you have a choice. We all have choices in life, right? You should be a big dreamer because you have a choice in the matter. It's totally up to you. Dreams don't care about your financial situation, your race, your religion, your education, your experience, your limitations. They don't care about any of that. Anybody can be a dreamer. So you might have a goal or a dream that's very difficult to achieve. And along the way, you might come face to face with failure. And I know failure seems really frightening, but many people are led down the path where they decide to never attempt their ultimate big dreams because of the fear of failure or because they seem too out there. But you don't have to be one of those people, you guys. You guys can choose to follow your biggest dreams because nobody can, quote, take your dream away from you. People may step in the way along the way, but once you set those goals to hit those dreams along the way and you start getting closer and closer, nobody can stop you from that. And you can just keep working hard to achieve it because your dreams are yours. They're nobody else's. When I was younger, I went skydiving, and it was a totally last minute decision. So I didn't take the class. I didn't learn how, and I was scared to death. And so I was so angry with myself when I finished because I was so scared I could barely focus on it. And so I set a dream that I wanted to do it again. And I had this dream that it wasn't going to be scary, although that's kind of a silly dream in a sense, because if you don't know me, I'm scared to death of heights. Don't really like airplanes. So the fact of being up that high and jumping out of it really was crazy for me. But anyways, I did fulfill that dream again. And I did do it a second time. It was pretty scary still. But funny enough, when I landed, I actually figured out I was pregnant for my son. So all I could think about when I landed was the food that I wanted to go eat, which was Taco Bell. So it kind of took my mind off of the fact that that I was doing something I'm scared to death of. But you know, I had the choice. I had the choice to try to relive that and try to make that a new dream with a new memory that wasn't nearly as chaotic and crazy as the first memory I had of it. So number three is you could be following your true calling. So there are not many feelings that could be considered better than knowing that you have found your true meaning in life. Perhaps you don't know what your true calling is yet, and you won't get that, and you won't get to the point without dreaming first. So some people might say that their true calling fell right into their lap, but that isn't always the case. A lot of people go through life and they never find their true calling. And that's okay. You may find many of other things that fulfill you, but some people, as you start to figure out who you are in your core and you start to write these different dreams out, you may figure out there's things in there that you didn't even really realize. You just always figured they were a pipe dream and they would never happen. But as you start to write them down and put them on paper that it's something you could see yourself doing, and then you actually are hitting these dreams, you might realize that those are the things that really you were meant to do. So another side note of me being younger, I had some strong urges of a couple different dreams when I was younger, but one of them, you know, people kind of poo-pooed. So I had the crazy dream that I wanted to teach prisoners how to read. I know it's not your normal dream, right? But I just felt this calling to do that. But I heard from people, you know, oh my gosh, you're this small little white girl. How are you going to go into jails? You can't teach. You can't do that. And I chose to listen to them instead of ever even looking into it to see if that dream could even be a reality for me. You know, so I don't know where I'd be if I ended up doing that. Another dream that I had was I had a time in my life that I really wanted to be a foster parent. Now that one wasn't really something I could change personally because some dreams have to involve other people. So I didn't quite ever have everyone in my family on board with that. So that wasn't necessarily a dream that I had to stop that more because, again, it was a dream that it would be a family dream, not just my own. But who knows where my life would be if I had followed those dreams. Number four Your dreams can come true. You don't, your dreams don't need to remain dreams forever. They have a real possibility of coming true. If you're a big dreamer, you can achieve big things. It's a strong belief in yourself combined with those big dreams that'll make you have personal success because they force you to do things that you may have never done otherwise to hit the goals along the way to that big dream. So don't settle on small dreams when you want to achieve big things. Aim high. A couple of my dreams I've had for years and years are two costly vacations that I never thought would be possible. Now with Color Street, these dreams do seem more like they could come true. I've wanted to go to Greece in the summer and stay along the sea, and I watch the water come up on the cliffs. And I've also wanted to go to a healthy retreat weekend where all you do is yoga and hikes and have people cooking absolutely 100% healthy food. But again, I know that's a very expensive trip too. So they've been on my dream list for years, but they are seeming more achievable now. So number 5 is you'll be open to possibilities. When you dream big things, you open many doors. You encounter excitement in life, and you may encounter adventurous things like my skydiving or unpredictable situations. But dreams have the power to stir your soul with life, with passion, with energy, with purpose. And so because of this, it's going to push you to your limits and keep life fresh and exciting. So who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want new things in your life and that excitement to keep coming into your life? Number 6 is you'll achieve more. When you dream big, you achieve great things. You may even end up achieving things you never thought you could. For example, let's say you're at a crossroads and you were considering getting a job in the current field you were in or starting your own business in that same field. Well, of course, the job in the field you're already in is your safe bet because you're already familiar with that company, but it's probably a limited salary. The more adventurous big dream would be doing that business on your own. But just think beyond the salary, all the personal dreams and fulfillment you would have at your own business, just like we're all doing with Color Street, right? I never would have dreamed that I would have found a job in Color Street with making money, paying bills with the flexible schedule to be at places like this and not having to ask for time off. So successful people know why they're showing up and they know their dreams and they're gonna get their dreams fulfilled. So my final one is it's right thing to do for the world. Big dreams are the reason that this world changes for the better. Think about great inventions and cures for diseases. Big dreams give you the opportunities to truly leave your mark on the world. Think of all the famous inventors and athletes and singers and writers and doctors. They all start with a dream, don't they? And a lot of them have failures along the way, but they keep pushing their limits to achieve those dreams. If they didn't do that, they wouldn't be where they are today and they wouldn't have made that impact on the world as they had. So don't give up. And will you hit every dream? Maybe, maybe not. But it can't hurt to put them out there. The most powerful thing in business is dreams. The most powerful thing in your life is dreams. The most powerful thing in America is dreams. So how do you dream if you haven't done it before? A lot of people go through life without dreaming. Like I said, there's some point in our childhood to adulthood that dreams become an immature, childish behavior, and we don't dream anymore. So how do you do it if you haven't done it before? So I'm going to give you the recommendation of getting a dream book or a dream journal. Dreams have to be written down. You have to take the time to look at them daily and remind yourself of your dreams. Otherwise, you're going to get distracted from what matters the most to you right now with the things that matter the least. So try and live every day with your dreams in mind. You need daily reminders, kind of like our goals, and you can set those goals to hit those dreams. So that's what a dream book and dream crafting is all about. So this is going to be kind of a fun live this week because I'm going to introduce my husband, Jeff. He is actually taking a little time out of his work to come and talk to you guys because he is, to me, just an icon of dream crafting. He is amazing at this. It's a passion of his that he has done since I've known him, and we've been together since we were 17 years old. He started doing it, I think, by 18, 19 years old due to his work. And he has done it with our family. As soon as our kids could start doing invented spelling, we had them sitting down and writing out their dreams. So I'm going to have him to come. He's going to come over with you guys. So we're going to switch people here, and he's going to tell you about the different topics you can put in your dream book. So make sure you write these down to be able to put in your dream book. So hang on one sec, and we'll move the computer. He doesn't know I have a ring light on my computer, so he's going to have the enhanced glow of his skin.
That's what I'm looking for. Need these.
Here he is.
That was a smooth transition. Hello, everyone. All right. I don't know if you can see me or not. Hopefully you can with my little ringlet thing that I have there. All right. You ready? Is it good?
Yes.
I think you just switched something. This is not my
There
fault. Okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. All right. First of all, a couple things. Excited to share some thoughts with you here. I'm going to set this down if that's okay. Easier for me. There we go. One thing about the Dream book, and Deb talked about it a little bit, I recommend going to somewhere like a Barnes & Noble. They've got a great section of them where you can look at them, pick what's good for you, pick what you like. I find the more you like the book itself, the more often you actually will use it. Deb, something just happened. Don't know if I'm still going, but I'm just going to keep talking. But the more you use it, if you, sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
I have a touch screen, so don't touch.
Okay. The more you use it, if you like the book. So whenever I travel, wherever it might be, I always pick up a journal. It's my first thing that I shop for when I'm on a vacation, and I have a stack of them that I use all the time for different things. But I find you want to look at it more when you find something that's cool or pretty or cool, something that you enjoy yourself. So here's what I want to do. I want to give you 12 areas of your life to work on with your dream book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to state the area. What I would do is write that area down. So for example, the first one will be physical dreams, and you write physical dreams down. Then I'll give you 2 or 3 or 4 examples as fast as I can. And the idea of that is for you, while I'm doing it, is just to write 1 or 2 things down, just to get the thought process going. And then when you're done with this, you sit down and you really take the time to take all 12 areas of your life and map out as many dreams as humanly possible. So let me start by giving you a couple of guidelines for the dream crafting, as we call it. The first thing is not to limit yourself by current capabilities or situations or lack thereof. So for example, you don't want to limit yourself and say, hey, I can't go to Australia because I don't have the money for that. You want to blow that thought process out of the water. You don't want to limit yourself, for example, about, I have a fear of flying, so I can't go anywhere. If you have those things, you want to get rid of those situations and don't limit yourself by those at all. So start by thinking, what if I just won the lotto or Powerball and I had $200 million? What if I wasn't afraid of anything? What would I do? That's how you want to go into this, okay? I do also recommend that you date it anytime you write in it, because it's fun to look back, even though you might be starting this from scratch, brand new. But when you look back on something you did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I've got mine from when I was in college, and to look back on them from time to time is a lot of fun. My wife is trying to listen to it on the phone, so we got extra feedback here. When you look back on it, it's a lot of fun to see who you were at that point in time in your life. So date it. When you hit those capabilities, also when you hit those goals, you want to write down when you hit them as well and date that. So it's a lot of fun as well. All right, so let's dig in. 12 areas. I'll go as fast as I can here. Number 1 is physical. What I mean by physical is your physical self. So maybe some ideas of dreams would be you want to run a marathon, or you want to quit smoking, or you want to lose weight or gain muscle, or whatever it might be for you from a physical standpoint. How do you want to change yourself? Those are some ideas from a physical goal or physical dream standpoint. Number 2 would be emotional dreams. So again, if you're writing right now, you want to write emotional dreams and then write 1 or 2 examples that I'm going to give you right now, and then you want to add to it later on. So emotional would be things like being in a great relationship. Maybe it's listening more. Maybe it's becoming an optimist or a more positive person. Maybe it's helping your children pursue their dreams. Those are some ideas of some emotional dreams. Third category is spiritual. I think everyone knows what that means from a spiritual standpoint, but whether it's going to church more often, or whatever your religious base, whatever you do there, reading the Bible or the Quran or whatever it is for you. Maybe it's meditating. Maybe it's just being more present in your prayer. For me, every single day, I go down to my sauna, and that's where I start my meditations and my prayers every single day. That just has become a habit for me. But maybe that's some of the spiritual goals you could have. Fourth category is intellectual dreams. So it could be learning another language. It could be going back to school. It could be volunteering, and that goes into some other dreams. Some of these dreams will overlap in categories. The idea is just to stimulate thinking, again, in each category. Fifth category would be professional dreams. It could be your current occupation. That could be with Color Street. It could be with both. It could be about a new job in the future, whatever it may be for you. You could be hitting a certain level or a certain PV each month in Color Street, or a certain rank. I know Deb just got off the cruise with 10 or 11 other ladies. Maybe it's winning the next trip whenever that's announced. Maybe it's getting on stage at a conference, or maybe it's speaking at a conference, choosing a whole new career. Maybe you want to go back to school and become a surgeon. Who knows what it is? But professional dreams, short-term, mid-term, long-term. Think all, just write, and don't, again, limit yourself by your current capabilities, like I said when I started. Number 6, financial. This one's pretty obvious, but it could be things from paying off credit card debt, or putting money towards your college education for your kids, or retirement funds. Everyone's different where they're at financially, but maybe you want to make $5,000 a month with Color Street. Maybe it's $10,000, maybe it's $30,000 a month. How about how much you want to save for retirement? When do you want to retire? Is it, when can you save your first $100,000, or first $50,000, or first $1 million, whatever it is for you? 7 is adventurous dreams. Adventurous dreams could be, Deb talked about skydiving, which we've done. I scuba dive with sharks. That could be one. Zip lining in Costa Rica. I got to achieve one of my dreams this last March, where I got to ski in 2 countries in one day, one afternoon, actually. Whatever it is for you, whatever you like to do, adventurous things. Think outside your comfort zone as well. Number 8, this is typically a fan favorite, and that's material dreams. What do you want to buy? What do you want to own? Could be a house, building your dream house, fixing your dream kitchen up, or your dream bathroom. Maybe it's new furniture. Maybe it's a special piece of jewelry that you want to get, or some new shoes, or whatever it is for you. What are your material dreams? Those are a lot of fun. Go nuts there. You could probably spend hours writing those things down. Number 9 would be legacy dreams. Legacy dreams could be donating money to a charity, working in a soup kitchen, spending more time volunteering in important causes that you may have. I work with the Front Row Foundation very closely, and that's like Make-A-Wish Foundation. One of the gentlemen that I worked with in this company, he started this, and that's something that's really important to me, Front Row Foundation. 10 would be character dreams. Character dreams could be things like just having integrity in all things that you do. Again, as I talked about, being more of an optimist, having a positive attitude, being well respected, being known as trustworthy, things along those lines. Number 11, last 2 here, psychological dreams. Psychological dreams could be things like I mentioned earlier, overcoming that fear of flying, or scuba diving. My wife overcame a massive fear this past November. I took her to Iceland, and she went snorkeling with me in Iceland. And she doesn't like the cold. She doesn't like water. She doesn't like heights. She doesn't like enclosed places. She basically hates every single thing about it. And,
I'm not that boring.
And she did it, though, and she got out of her comfort zone. And again, we got out of the water, and it was one of the greatest experiences, I think, that she's ever had. It could be facing something that an addiction of some sort that you want to overcome. It could be strengthening your willpower. It could be handling disagreements that you may have with a spouse better. Right? And then lastly would be number 12, our creative dreams. Creative dreams are things like learning to play an instrument. Maybe you want to take dance lessons. Maybe you want to take art classes. I know Deb refurbishes a lot of furniture in our house, which is a cool hobby and a creative hobby that she does now as well. So again, 12 different categories. The idea here, everybody, again, is to have fun with this. I find that, and I've even done this, even though I've been doing this for a lot of years, I find there's times where if it's not perfect or I can't write it, take time to write or cut out the right picture in my dream book or whatever, that I don't do it. And that's not the right way to do this. You want to just have fun. This is just for you. It's not for anyone else. So be creative. Don't limit your thinking. Have fun with it. Be consistent with it. Cut out pictures in your dream book. I do that. That's a really important visual. I'm a very visually oriented person, so it's not just the words, it's photos. So when I look at my dream book, I go, yeah, that's the place I want to ski, or that's the place I want to do this, or whatever it might be. Write down the details, give them dates, carry your book with you. That's why I like it on a book versus a computer. I've got my dream book right here in my backpack. I happen to have my computer here too, but sometimes I don't take the computer because I know I'll work if I have it, and I don't want to work all the time. But I always bring my dream book. It's something I can open up and just flip through and look at new pictures and old pictures and dates that I want to accomplish these things. It's just a lot of fun. So stick with it as well. Make it a consistent thing. And if you drop it someday and you stop doing it for a week or a month or a year, and you pick it up again, just dig back in. There's no right way to do it, but try to stay consistent. It's not supposed to be perfect. Have fun with it and make your dreams a reality. All right? Fun sharing with you guys. Take care.
All right, you guys. So I hope everybody gets a book, gets their favorite type of, I don't like this angle, gets some type of pretty journal or something that's going to motivate you to want to write these dreams down. And I think everybody should do this. Maybe you're not going to do all those categories. Maybe you'll start with some of those categories, but get them written down and see if you can see a difference in your life when you start looking at these dreams. I have a great quote here. Now we have so many notes all over. Oh, here we go. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. Very true, right? So your dreams can't come true if you don't come up with your dreams. So get them written down. And you know what I think I will do is maybe I can't remember if I did a photo album in Beautifully Polished of Dreams, but if I didn't, I will add that. And that'd be a really fun place that if people want to post any of these dreams, they can share them there, and then we can be there for each other to see as people are hitting their dreams. All right, so you guys have a great day, and I hope that you start working on these and we start seeing some of these dreams come to reality. So have a great day, everybody.